Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome again to Yahweh's Instruction, which here at Yahweh's Instruction, everything that is done and said, it's according to Yahweh's word as it has been written. If it was not written, that means something is definitely wrong with that. So here at Yahweh's Instruction, we do everything according to the scripture, the ancient scriptures. Yes, the ancient writings, the manual that was given to man, that man may obey Yahweh's voice and walk according to that which was instructed, according to that which is given, the good part, the right part, that we and our children may live. And as I always say, many out there that don't know who is Yahweh, Yahweh is the great creator. Yahweh is the one that creates everything that we see both near and far. And when you hear I say here on Yahweh's instruction, Yahweh Elohim. Yahweh means self-existent, Elohim, divine being. So self-existent, divine being has spoken. That's the meaning of Yahweh, self-existent, divine being. No one has created him, as we have read in the scripture and as we have heard. The word and the name Yeshua. Yeshua means Yah, salvation, or Yah, anointed, Yahweh. So the shortening for the father name is Yah, and Shua means salvation. So Yeshua, Yah, salvation. Salvation comes from Yah, and a Mashiach, anointed, Messiah, and so on. So now we understand what we're dealing with here. So today's message is about, does Satan have children this present day here on the earth? We know that there are many people that makes themselves children of evil by their works, but we're talking about a bloodline. We're talking about a specific people that are amongst us today that belongs to the serpent, that belongs to the devil. We want to know about these people because there are some people in the earth that they do such gross evil, and this is a pleasurous thing to them, and many people ask me about this, and I even talked to a pastor about it one time, and his argument was not correct according to scripture. So I say I'm going to search the scripture for myself and do a video on this, so we can come to a conclusion if it is so or if it is not so. So if I am mistaken, well, that means something is wrong here with the scripture. But if not, be judged for yourselves. So let us dive in Yahweh, our Father's word, and see what he has to say in the scripture. So the first line we're going to is Genesis 3:15. And here at Genesis 3:15 it says something very important here, which we have to understand when we are reading. Don't just read because we can read, but understand the context when we are reading, so we can see and understand what we're saying. Because many times we would understand, but we just read over a passage because we can read, and we don't try to understand the context and the little small nitty-gritty, some little small words that you just breeze across and then you don't understand. So we need to take time to go through the scripture to understand what we read. So now Genesis 3:15, it says, this is when Yahweh was putting out Adam and Eve from the garden, and this is what he says here: and I will put enmity between thee, that which is the woman, the old serpent business there. I will put enmity between thee and the woman. So he's telling the serpent, the evil one, he's going to put enmity between he and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. He shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. We understand that seed, it's children, it's your offspring. Where is Satan's offspring today? Well, they're amongst us alive and well, and they're doing their Father's job perfectly. We see they're in governments, they're in the highest position, they're judges, they're everything. They're in all the key positions in life to create the most detriment problem, to destroy and to bring down and to cause sorrow to be upon the children of men, the children of righteousness, the children that Yahweh has procured for himself. We see that these evil ones, they are doing some things. It is unbelievable when we look and see. And I still say to myself, as I was speaking to my wife about it yesterday, that the kingdom of the wicked one is so organized, but yet us that claims to worship the King of Heaven, the Supreme One, we're not organized. We're still fighting against each other. We can't come together. We seem to have a problem. That is why the kingdom of the enemy continually excel in this last day of judgment. But it has to fulfill according to Yahweh's word. But if we come together, if we are organized, we work according to as it is written here, we wouldn't have this big problem that we're having at this present time. But as I said, scripture has to fulfill. So we leave there, with the seed, we know that it is children, your offspring. As we are seeing today, there are many videos going out that people are catching now, people on the TV, their eyes are changing, and they're seeing this and they're saying, what is this reptilian look these people are having, and they're moving amongst us, and I really laugh when I see that. And then when I speak to people and they're saying that sounds like a crazy statement I'm making there, so I decide to make sure to do it from the scripture so you can check it for yourself if there's any mistake in this. So Genesis 6:1-4. Let us see what this one also says. No, Yahweh's word is so pleasurous. Genesis 6:1-4, and it says, "And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto men, that the sons of Elohim, the sons of the divine being Yahweh, the angels that rebelled, the Maliks, the Malikims that rebelled and they decide to do their own thing. His messengers came down and decided to do something their own way against that which was commanded them. That the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were fear, and they took them wives of all which they choose." This is what the fallen. So when we're asking if can the spirit beings get man pregnant, can they get woman pregnant, that can't be so. Servant of Yahweh, you're crazy. Well, this is what Yahweh's word is saying here, what was done. So can it not be done today? Is it not being done today? No, you have to be the judge for yourself, and that I can't judge that for you. I know otherwise, but it is up to you to know. And verse 3, "And Yahweh said, My spirit shall not strive with man, for he is but flesh. Yet his days be 120 years. There were Nephilims." In many translations you see it as the fallen, to represent sons of the fallen ones that came down unto us and brought all this evil. We're seeing the remains of giants in many different nations. The scientists are finding these things, and we're seeing them today by the increase of knowledge that Daniel spoke about that we're using today. So they're finding the remains of these fallen ones. So Scripture is very truthful, my friend. So we have to be careful in what we do and what we say. So check Scripture first before we try to block out certain things and say it's impossible, and it's not like that. But scripture has everything that you need to know to test it with our modern day technology. So the Nephilims in the earth in those days, and also after. So in those days, Noah's time, and also after those days, after the flood, there were these beings back in the earth again, came and slept with Noah's generation that he after the flood, that populate the earth again and start the whole process of evil over again. So after those days, so that's why I'm saying we need to be careful when we read. Just don't breeze cross. Look on every single word and understand what it's saying. After those days, when the sons of Elohim came in unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. The children of the evil ones, are they still amongst us today? Yes, they're amongst us today. And there were three categories of these fallen ones. Now they had the giants, which were larger than the Nephilims. Now the giants would kill the Nephilims, and the Nephilims would kill the Elgos. The Elgos are smaller, similar to humans. So these are the ones that they said were men of renown, because they were exactly in features like men, as some of them has statues in height and length like man, but many of them were taller and strong, powerful men, men of renown, and they were amongst us. These were the heroes of old. So when you hear them speaking about the Greek mythology, Hercules and all these kind of things, they know what they're saying. These are these same fallen angel children. And many of us are seeing today on TV these reptilian eyes, opening and closing, and it goes so fast. And when people make back the record, then you can see something and you'll be like, what is this? Well, the scripture already tell you, so it's nothing surprising. In those days and after those days, is the children of the devil still here in the earth creating much havoc. And we're going to see the level of evil when these beings came down and these children begin to spread over the earth. The level of evil became so high in the earth that Yahweh had to shorten the days that has been given to men. The flood had to come and destroy the earth. Not because of Adam's children. Not because even Cain, which was the wicked one, children. Even though the fallen angels came down and mate with Cain set of people, and spread off his children. And after that, when our children became much over the earth, then they came and do the same thing again. But the level of evil when these people are present, the original man cannot excel to that height of evil. But these fallen ones, their seed, the children of the devil, the evil one, the adversary, whatsoever you call him, the level of evil when they're there. So let us see from scripture these people around the world that are propagating such evil. Check them and see who they are, which lineage they're coming from, what race are there, what blood is running through their vein. Is it the same as you and I, or are there mix between the fallen and the man? Let us go through Yahweh's word so we can find out truth, undiluted truth, my brothers and sisters. So I say here on Yahweh's instruction, if you do not want to know the truth, I think this is the wrong channel for you. If you desperately earnest and thirst for truth, to know the half that has never been told, my brothers and sisters, stay tuned on Yahweh's instruction and you will hear all that you need to know. So we also go to Psalms 14, 1 to 4, and listen what Yahweh says here. Yahweh does not make mistakes, my brothers and sisters, when Yahweh speaks and Yahweh hands down whatsoever judgment or what he says in his word. Yahweh does not make mistakes, my friends. So Psalms 14 verse 1 to 4, and listen what is said here. Always remember that 2 confirms everything and 2 is witness. Even in the whole law, the judgmental law, to kill someone when they do wrong, you cannot get rid of them without 2 witnesses. 2 and 3, every matter is established. The Bible, we have the whole and the new, 2 witnesses confirmed. So that shows you everything. Yahweh's word is so sweet, filled with everything that you want to know. Now it says, verse 14, it says, Psalms 14, 1 to 4, it says, the fool had said in his heart, there is no Elohim. Now we want to know who is the fool here. If it is those people whom Yahweh has chosen for himself, whom Yahweh has created, or it is those who sprung from the fallen ones. Let us see what it says here. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works, abominable, detestable, hateful. There is none that doeth good. Yahweh looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand, that seek Elohim. Now let us understand perfectly now. They are all gone aside, they are all together become filthy. There is not one that doeth good. No, not one. Now this is where we're going to know that this is not speaking of Yahweh's people, nor what Yahweh has created, but these wicked ones that came down and had children, and they are the ones that are called the children of men. Now, the workers of iniquity, the fallen race, the fallen wicked angels' children now, that are corrupt, and they are the fools, and saying they are. Look what this says, verse 4. Of all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people, who eat up my people. Now these are some people that eats up Yahweh's people, that seek to destroy that Yahweh has created. They call not upon Yahweh. They are corrupt. They say in their heart, Elohim does not exist. They have done abominable works, detestable, hateful. Not one of them is good. And this is where Yahweh is differentiating. They are not his people, but another people which he has not created. As they eat up bread and call not upon Yahweh, and these people, they do not call upon Yahweh. I used to read this and think that Yahweh is speaking about his people. But over a period of time, as I start to go through scripture and Yahweh endows me with the wisdom, I begin to say, truly I was a novice. I didn't understand anything, because I read this and breeze over it and I didn't understand. But as I go through scripture, line upon line, precept upon precept, every way that I make sure and search, then I find the truth. So these people are not Yah's people. So you know when you see the level of evil by these people. They make sure to throw Bible out of the school, throw the knowledge of the Creator from anywhere. Now you know who these people are. They're in the most highest position in colleges, in governments, in technological field, in the food field, in every field you can think about, and they make sure to organize themselves in that strategical way to make sure they fulfill the work of their father, who is the devil. Now they are trying to heat up Yah's people. And let us confirm that it even give again the same statement in Psalms 53 verse 1. Let us see what it says here. By 2 or 3 witnesses, every matter is established. Now, Psalms 53, 1 to 4. to show how accurate it is in this statement here. The fool, those who do not call upon Yahweh, who are not his people, says in their heart, there is no Elohim. Now Yah says, corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. Abominable, detestable, hateful work, iniquity, in gross and fear, lawless behavior against that which Yah has allowed and instructed. There is none that doeth good. Elohim looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek Elohim. Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Then Yahweh differentiates now to tell you the difference between those that the filthy ones that are not his people, whom he has not set in place, and those whom he has set in place. Have the workers of iniquity, these lawless, these who work iniquity, gross and fear behavior against righteousness, lawless ones, the children of the lawless ones, no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, they have not called upon Elohim. Now, brothers and sisters, the level of evil by these people that belongs to the fallen angel race, these people that belongs to the devil still has children roaming the earth near and far. You may not believe me and say the servant of Yahweh is crazy, he's a madman. But I want you to check the scripture for yourself and see and look in all ancient writings from different nations all the way down and add them together and pick truth out of truth and match it with the scripture, and you will see what I am saying. If you take the Greek mythology and you see what it says, if you take the Egyptian manuscript and see what it says, if you take the Babylonianish manuscript and see what it says, everyone speak about these beings that came down on the earth that had children with the women, and what they did, the knowledge that they teach to their children, what their children did, and what is happening today, brothers and sisters. So don't just put up a brick wall and say what he's saying here doesn't make any sense. Search for yourself, for then will you understand truth. For the Grecians were a people that they don't just take what you said, but they search scripture night and day. They searched out truth night and day. They dig earnestly to know night and day. So try the same for yourself, my brothers and sisters. So I want to go to Proverbs 4 verse 16 to 17. We want to hear, this will be the final one, to hear what this one says here. Because we know here in Yahweh's word, he hands down everything, so we should know and understand. We may not get everything at once, but you know, as we study to show ourselves approval and go through these words, you know, we understand every day as we live in the earth. So now 4:17, and this is what it says about these people. These people that does not belong to the Creator, that these are the children of the evil one. Listen what Yahweh says about them. Even all the way from Proverbs, Yah prophesied through Solomon about these people. And this is what they say. These are the wicked people. This is how evil they are. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. What level of evil is in these people? We saw from the beginning of Genesis the level of evil when these people came in the earth. What came here? When the fallen ones came into the children of men and had their seed, the level of evil came when those children were around. And after those days, the level of evil. So what is happening today? And it says, it shall be as in the days of Noah. When it's coming to the end, or at the end, better yet to say. So what is happening today? Are these people still around? Are they doing what they used to do to bring forth the level of evil that was there? Yah's word tell us everything. They're here alive and well, brothers and sisters. So we are dealing with people day to day that we think they are people, but they're not people. They are nothing like us. They're nothing like the people that Yahweh has created. They are the seed and product of evil and the children of the wicked one. So be wise, brothers and sisters, as we conduct ourselves day to day, and let us know how we conduct ourselves. And verse 17 says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. When the fallen angels' children was in the earth back in those days, the level of violence was so terrible. Yahweh had to destroy the whole creation on account of these people. And because the wickedness which they taught, and also those people which Yahweh has created, learned their works and became children of the evil one. We have children that are physical and children that became, blood lineage and those that became. But those same blood lineage are amongst us today, brothers and sisters. So when we see the level of evil rising in the world by a class of people, by their works and their deeds and their actions and what they force to put in law, and they fight against everything that is just and right and good and peace, they hate it and put it far from them. Now we know whose children are these people, my friends. So brothers and sisters, Yahweh bless you. May Yahweh cause his face to shine upon you. May Yahweh lift his countenance upon you and grant you peace, not the peace as this world gives. So brothers and sisters, may Yahweh endow you with wisdom, knowledge and understand, that you may discern the signs of the time, that you may understand what is happening amongst us, and we may know where we are in time. So brothers and sisters, until next Shabbat, Yahweh bless you. May Yahweh keep you in all walks of life, and open your eyes that you may understand, and open your heart that you may desire the truth, and your mind that you may meditate thereon. Until next Shabbat, Yahweh bless you. Take care.